Good evening, everybody. It is now 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock on the dot. We are here. 314, 17, 18, 19, 20. One of you are here and counting. Hello, everybody. Alicia, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, we've got your prize coming out to you, by the way, in case you were wondering. Cheryl, Eureka. So I just want to see some hellos. We're starting on time this evening, so I love it. Hellos. Hellos, everybody. Happy Thursday. In case you don't know me already, my name is Ariana Hernandez, and of course, I would love, love, love to welcome all of you wonderful, wonderful IntelliTravel agents to our interactive webinar this evening. Now, of course, you all know this is just another one of the educational, inspirational, fun events just for you guys. So, of course, I want to take the time to say thank you for you taking the time out of your busy evenings, to join us here and to really it's to help grow your travel opportunities. Now, tonight, we are making your time very interesting by delivering you an education that will actually help you connect with your clients. So be sure to join us here every Tuesday night for these awesome webinars to get hands-on training like this with our top travel providers out there who are, of course, our preferred partners in travel. Now, please watch your emails and see the excellent online event calendar that yours truly does. That is in your back office at www.intellitravel.com. And what you can do is you can see that events calendar for more special guest appearances by our preferred partners on these weekly Tuesday and Thursday night webinars, just like this one. Now, sometimes, here and there may not be a Thursday night, but every Tuesday and most Thursdays, we've got one. So just take a look at it, all right? You can also download the IntelliTravel Agent Training app for the weekly podcast. And, all this training is brought to you free by IntelliTravel.com, guys. So, whoop, whoop. All of the webinars are archived, of course, and they're available for replay in the IntelliTutorial section of the back office. So in case you guys miss something, you can always go back and check it again once it gets uploaded. It does get uploaded about 48 hours after we air here, or after we stop recording. So once that is uploaded, you can watch it however many times you want, wherever you want, as long as you got internet, whenever you want, really. So moving on, at the end of tonight's event, of course, there's the Q&A session with our special guest. But as all of you know, with so many attendees, it's just not possible to open up those phone lines without completely crashing and burning and destroying the webinar. But what you guys can do is submit those questions using the question box, and that's found in the control panel at the right of your screen. You can do that at any time during the presentation. What I'll do is I will read the question, and the guest will answer as many as possible. Don't forget, of course, there will be a drawing for a prize during that Q&A at the end. So, but to win, of course, you have to be present on that webinar. So that is the catch. You gotta be paying attention too. Okay, I'll be watching. So with all of that out of the way, I would love, love, love to bring on the real expert in creatively connecting with our clients and your trainer for this evening, your business development manager, Mary Trotter. Mary, how are you?
Wow. Good. I got a lot of heights to live up to.
Yes, you do.
All right. Well, I am so excited to be with you guys this evening and go over a few things with you. Want to touch and get into VAX just a little bit, but I also want to show you about some tools that we have available for you to help you grow as an agent and to help you to promote yourself and to sell our product. And we've never really delved into it before, but I really want to get into our creative connection and let you see what that looks like and how you can use it. So before I really get into that, I just always want to start with my gratitude. And being in gratitude, that's a core value for us as a company, is that we are just always start all of our presentations with what we're thankful for. And I'm always so thankful for my IntelliTravel agents because you guys are amazing. You're constantly wanting to learn. All of the other business development managers are incredibly jealous at just how many people attend webinars. Whenever I do them, I'm like, oh, we have like 500 people on the call. They're like, that's crazy. I've never had that many on a call. So kudos to you guys for constantly wanting to learn and get more and more training. I really appreciate that. So thank you so much for that, for being so into all of that. One thing I just wanted to touch on before we really dig in, and I'll show you where you can find all this information in VAX too, but I just wanted to let you know about our Ultimate Agent Rewards. And if any of you were in Atlanta at the Dreammaker event just a few weeks ago, I touched on this a little bit, and you're familiar with some of these programs already, but I just want to make sure that you are fully aware of some things that have launched this year with the Mark Travel Corporation. So first and foremost, I just want to mention this because some of you may have seen it out there in the news. We did just complete a merger with Apple Leisure Group. So with that being said, what that means for you as agents is that you are actually going to be seeing about almost 60 resorts getting added into our lineup, into our product in the Caribbean and Mexico over the next month. So AM Resorts, that's the Secrets Resorts, the Dreams Resorts, Breathless, Now, Sunscape, Dreams, all of those resorts we've never sold them in the past. It was just something we never offered. Because we have merged with Apple Leisure Group, which Apple Leisure Group owns Apple Vacations, they own AM Resorts, they own Travel Impressions. We're now all under that one umbrella. So what that means for us, the Mark Travel Corporation, we're still going to act as the Mark Travel Corporation. You're still going to see Funjet Vacations and Southwest Vacations and United Vacations and Blue Sky Tours. It's all going to still act the same. It's still going to look the same, but you're going to be able to get some really great product with the AM resorts. So those are gradually being added in. I believe 8 of the resorts are now active and live in the system. All resorts will be fully loaded by June 28th. So we gave a date of June 28th as when those were all going to go up for sale. What's in actuality happening is every single day our team is building those resorts into the system. So every day this week I've got an update. 3 resorts came out today, 4 came out the day before. So just keep that in mind that you're going to have access to those resorts now. So that may be helpful to a lot of you because I know a lot of clients really like that resort brand and we've never been able to offer it. So one thing that I want to make sure you're aware of course, is this Ultimate Agent Rewards. And for those of you who maybe are newer, or maybe you've been around a while and you just haven't done it yet, I want to make sure that you're part of our Agent Bonus Cash program. So our Agent Bonus Cash is a way to earn extra money on top of commission. So it is a Visa debit card where you earn some additional money. And it's not on every single booking. It's on different reservations, different resorts every single month. Those offers do change. You can always sign up at agentbonuscash.com. You can also see all the current offers at agentbonuscash.com. I'll show you where to find that in VAX as well in just a moment. But you do have to sign up in order to earn the money. So once you have your VAX login, then the next step is to sign up for Agent Bonus Cash. Because the last thing I want you to do is make like 10, 12 bookings in with Funjet Vacations or Southwest Vacations, United Vacations, and then all of a sudden you realize you've missed out on a bunch of bonus cash. So make sure you've signed up for Agent Bonus Cash right after you get your VAX login because we cannot go back and help you earn that money if you've already missed out. So make sure you sign up. Another reason to sign up is because the prize at the end tonight is $20 in bonus cash on your Agent Bonus Cash Visa card. So you cannot get that money unless you're a member of the Agent Bonus Cash program. So make sure you go to agentbonuscash.com and sign up tonight. And then another thing that's part of our Ultimate Rewards program is the upgrade bonus. So you've known this in the past. It's the 2% upsell commission. We just made it sound a little bit nicer as upgrade bonus. So when you are in VAX and you're booking with Funjet Vacations or United Vacations or Blue Sky, I think Blue Sky Tours is part of that as well, and Southwest, you will see a part that says 2% upgrade bonus on some resorts. There's a red box. Again, I'll show you what that looks like in that. When you upgrade your clients at some of these resorts, you get an extra 2% commission. So rather than getting that 15% at Funjet on the land in the Caribbean and Mexico, you would actually get 17% on some room categories. So that's the upgrade bonus program. And then the newest, greatest, latest one, and I'm super excited about this one, and I keep promoting it out to all of you because I really want to see some people in the STARS program. We don't have anybody quite there yet because there's a goal. The TMTC STARS program is an agent program. So IntelliTravel as a whole, and I get this question a lot, IntelliTravel is part of what we call our 500 Club. So the 500 Club is on an agency level, and it's based on production. So as an agency as a whole, you are part of our 500 Club, which you get some exclusive deals and promotions as part of your agency being a part of that club. But we do have now an individual agent recognition program called the TMTC STARS. This is a way for you to get some special recognition. Our TMTC STARS get things like free hotel night stays. They get a scheduled air seat bank or charter seats once they're in this program. If you get up way to the highest level, which I think is like $1 million in sales, you're on an advisory council. We have reward trips. So it's a great program to be a part of. The goal to get in the STARS program is $250,000 in sales. We do have some agents with IntelliTravel that are almost there. It can definitely be done. I actually have several agents with some other agencies as well that are there also. So that's the goal. You can definitely get there, but I want to make sure that you guys are aware of that. So definitely be pushing to get to that level. So I'm just going to change screens here, just one moment, and I'm going to go live into VAX. And excuse my voice a little bit this evening. I was in Las Vegas for a regional meeting, and I caught a little bit of something that was going around our team. All right. So now we are on VAX Vacation Access. So for those of you that are very, very new to selling with Mark Travel, VAX Vacation Access is our booking engine. So this is where you do all of your bookings. So if you are going to do a booking, this is where you need to go. If you call customer care, they're going to give you exactly the same pricing that you see in VAX Vacation Access. If you are calling in to Funjet Vacations, Southwest Vacations, or United Vacations to get your pricing and book, there is a small fee associated when you call in versus making it online. So I always suggest look in VAX for your pricing and book everything through there if you can. If you're running into difficulties, you're having issues, you can certainly call in and they can assist you. But really the quickest way to get your quotes, to get your bookings is to go through VAX Vacation Access. I'm going to show you just real quick what a booking looks like, just so, and I'm not going to go really deep into it. I just want to give you just a general overview because I really want to show you Creative Connection and what that looks like. But I want to make sure everybody is aware of VAX Vacation Access and how it works. So you go to vaxvacationaccess.com to your bookings. On your drop-down screen here, you're going to see all kinds of different suppliers. So my 4 brands are Funjet Vacations, United Vacations, Southwest Vacations, and Blue Sky Tours. So your most versatile of the brands is going to be Funjet. Funjet is going to give you destinations all over the world. It's going to use all the different scheduled air carriers. So it's a really great versatile one. If you know that you want to use United Airlines, you want to use United Vacations. If you know you're going to use Southwest Vacations or Southwest Airlines, you use Southwest Vacations. And Blue Sky Tours is our South Pacific product. But if you're really not sure, I'm not sure what airline I want to use, I don't even know what's coming out of the origin where my clients are coming from, I would start with Funjet Vacations. So choose them from the drop-down. And then for your package type, you can either choose to do flight and hotel, or you can do your hotel only. I like to do flight and hotel without the transfers because transfers are always added in. If you do this first one, then it gives you all the different transfer options, and it makes it a little easier to break it down. So I always kind of like to do that one. Or if you don't need airfare, you can just do hotel only, and it'll bring up just the hotel without a flight. So we're going to take a look at a flight and hotel package, and we are going to go out of Orlando. If you don't know your airport codes, which I'm just kind of crazy because I've been doing travel for a really long time, so I know them. You can always start typing in where you want to go, and it'll come up. Do notice that in Cancun, this one's a little bit different than some other destinations. In Cancun, you can choose to have Cancun hotels, Riviera Maya hotels, or Cancun and Riviera Maya. For those of you who maybe aren't familiar, Cancun, there's two tourist areas when you fly into Cancun. Some people like to be up in that hotel zone right in the heart of Cancun, and some like to go south into Riviera Maya. So most people, whenever they are flying into Cancun, they just do the Cancun Riviera Maya one. So you can get all of the options. But if you know they specifically want to only be in Cancun, or they want to only be in Riviera Maya, you can certainly choose one of those, and it'll narrow it down a little bit for you. You can put in how many rooms you want to do. You can do up to 4 rooms at a time. Keep this in mind. If you do more than 1 room at a time on your reservation, it does not break down each room pricing separately when you send out an invoice. So if you have multiple couples going, I would suggest doing 1 room at a time so that you make sure they're each getting their own separate invoice. It also helps with cancellation purposes. If one couple cancels and you've booked 4 rooms together, it causes some issues with the reservation. So unless there's one person paying for all the rooms, I would highly suggest doing 1 room at a time. Then you put in how many adults and how many children are going to be traveling. If they're booking an infant, you just click on this and it will tell you exactly how to book that infant. And then we are going to put in our departure dates. You can click on the calendar. You can just type in your date. And let's go for 4 nights. We're going to leave the promo code field just blank right now because we don't have any. So from time to time, you guys will, when we're working on this for the rest of the year, you are going to have some exclusive promo codes coming up soon for IntelliTravel. This is where you could enter that in once we get those promo codes out to you. So just keep that in mind. And then we're going to go ahead and search. And 1 second, we'll have some options up here. And what's going to come up for us first for us to select is your resorts. So the resorts will pop up in the system first, and I'm going to show you how we can narrow those down and find the best option for your client. Apparently there's a lot of things happening in Cancun today. Sorry, it's taking a little bit of time. Here we go. All right, so first of all, notice, I just want to point out that your preferred hotels come up first. So this changes all the time. This is not always the first one that comes up. We changed it to preferred because we used to have it by pricing, and people were just booking the least expensive option, and it wasn't always the greatest option for their clients. Maybe it wasn't all-inclusive, or it wasn't the nicest hotel. So we do preferred, and this does kind of change out who shows up at the top here. So if you wanted to change it to by price, you can always filter it, price low to high, or however you'd like to filter it. So over here on the left is where you can make all of your changes. If you have like a price range you need to keep this within, or say they maybe only want to go to the Ryu resorts, you can type in Ryu. And if you this gives you all the Ryu resorts, but if you just want to look at all Ryu resorts, you can just type in Ryu and hit find, and now we only show Ryu in our search here. Let me clear that out, and let me show you some other ways to narrow this down. We can narrow it down by star rating. Another one that's really important, and I will tell you, I used to be an agent. I started off just like you. I didn't know anything, and what I wouldn't do to have this tool in my toolkit when I first started as an agent. I never knew, well, I don't know what resorts are adults only. We put in 2 adults, but every single resort's going to come up when we put in 2 adults. When we put in children, those adults resorts, of course, disappear. But because we have 2 adults in the system. It's going to show up our adults only, our family resorts, everything shows up. So if you want to see things that are only adults only, you would click on adults only, and only those resorts will show up. Oh, and here's one. This is great. I'm glad this actually is right here. This Breathless Riviera Cancun is one of the AM resorts that had just got loaded this week. So you can see I wasn't kidding. They really are there. So they are being loaded, as I said, every day. We're getting more and more loaded. So we can narrow it down to adults only. You can also click on any of these, and this is where you're going to find all this great information. It's going to tell you everything that you need to know about the resort. It's going to make you look like an expert. So you can see all of that great information there. And then I also want to show you where I talked to you about this upgrade bonus that we talked about, upgrade bonus money. Red means stop, hold on, there's an opportunity to make extra commission and that extra money. You hit your plus sign to expand out your room categories. And so where the red means stop and look for your upgraded room categories. Green means go. Green means you're making extra money. So if you just upgrade just up to the swim up suite, so for just a little bit more money, I mean, $160 more, not much more at all, not even 160, 150 something. You can see you're going to actually earn an extra 2% commission. So now, rather than earning the 15% commission on the land, you're now going to earn 17% commission just by having your clients spend about $160 more, and they're getting a swim up suite. So great opportunity for you to make more money and for your clients to get some really, a really great room. So I wanted to make sure that you are aware of that. Another thing that you can do in VAX, again, just giving you a couple quick little tips here tonight on VAX, this create sales email tool. I know everybody always likes to use this email print itinerary button, and everybody always uses the checkout button, but people always forget about this little button in the middle, create sales email. It gets neglected all the time. If you click, first of all, let me just show you right here. Notice what this looks like at this point, and it says select. If you click on create sales email, this is going to change. Now you will see there's a little box that just popped in that said add to sales email. Now we can choose up to 6 resorts or room categories to send in one email to your client. So we can go through and send them different resorts and different room categories. So you just click on those. So say maybe you want to give them this junior suite, spa, or pool view, but you also want to give them this swim up suite. Give them both options. You can do that. So up to 6 resorts or room categories in one email. And then we want to choose our airfare to go in this email as well. So to get to the airfare screen, you actually just need to go ahead and just select any of these. It doesn't matter which one, because the only thing that's going to show up in our sales email is this, what we've clicked in the box. So let's just choose any of them to get to our airfare. And then now we're going to choose our airfare. We can also, again, sort out our airfare over here on the left like we did with our hotel. So if you want to make sure that you have a nonstop flight, you can do this. If they're specific about what airline, you can narrow it down. If you need to work on your flight times, you can do that as well. Let's try to go nonstop. So we're going to change this to nonstop options, and now JetBlue has come up for it. Now this can get a little confusing because, as you can see, these are exactly the same flights, same flight times. Your question to me would probably be, which one should I be booking? Honestly, in this particular case, I would book the cheapest one. So the difference between a bulk fare and a published fare is a bulk fare is a contracted rate that we've gotten with the airline. On bulk fares, you're going to earn some commission on the air. It's usually 5%. You automatically, for international and Caribbean destinations and Hawaii, with JetBlue, American, and Delta, you're getting 5% commission, whether it says bulk fare or published fare. So when you see JetBlue, American, or Delta, if it says bulk fare or published fare, just pick the cheapest one. If it's not one of those 3 brands and it says bulk fare, go with the bulk fare, because that's where you're going to see some commission. So you just want to make sure you choose the easiest or the cheapest airfare for you. So just go ahead and select that JetBlue flight. And then we're going to choose the JetBlue flight coming back. Now, looking at this, it is a little more expensive to come back in the afternoon. Just keep in mind, guys, whenever you're booking airfare, really watch those times. Most people probably don't want to go on a 9:42 flight to return home from vacation unless you want to get back early for some reason, because they're going to have to be at the airport by about 6:45 in the morning in Cancun. And so that means they would probably have to leave their hotel, depending on where they are, around 5:30, 5:45 if they're very far south. So make sure that you're really watching these times. Notice there's a later flight. So in this case, I would push them to spend a few more dollars and go ahead to that afternoon flight. And then our flights are chosen. So now we can go, and I'm going to show you what the sales email looks like. Oh, let me add one other thing to our little add to sales email. Features. So features are things like excursions, transportation, travel protection. So if you click on features, it's going to bring up our features screen when you scroll down a little here. So the all-in-one travel protection, we want to include that in our add to sales email just because we want them to be able to see how much travel protection is. Keep in mind, travel protection is canceled for any reason. That's any reason. We don't care why they want to cancel. It is a full refund back onto their credit card. The only thing they wouldn't get back is the cost of the travel protection. It also covers them while they're traveling. This penalty waiver, do not book it. It only covers the hotel. It does not cover their airfare. It does not cover them while they're traveling. I wish I could make it disappear, but unfortunately it's still in the system. So just so you know, don't use it, don't book it. It's going to cause some issues. So definitely have them spend a little bit more money and do the all-in-one travel protection. It's going to completely cover them. And then we want to get them to and from the hotel. So this transportation to and from, that's a shared transportation. So we can give them the option to see what the shared option looks like. And then you might want to let them see what a private transfer looks like. I mean, if you look here, it's $70 for them to be on a bus. That bus will make up to 3 stops on the way to their resort. If they do private transfers, they're the only people in that vehicle. And so, of course, they would just make their one stop. So it's really not that much more. I mean, it's, $52 more to have a completely private transfer. Or say they didn't want to opt for that. They just want to make sure they don't make those stops along the way. You could do a nonstop transfer, and that would give them the ability. They would still be on that same kind of bus or van with a lot of other people, but they would be the first ones off of that bus and the last ones on. So they wouldn't have to be making multiple stops at different hotels. So you can definitely share those options with them. And then scrolling down, lots of different transportation options. You're going to see and let me just tell you one thing real quick, because I should probably mention this because this is about to change. These transportation options currently are being handled by different destination management companies throughout the Caribbean and Mexico. In Cancun, up until June 13th, we are using Lomas Travel. That is all changing come June 13th. So ground transportation will be changing over to a company called Amstar. They are owned by Apple Leisure Group as well. So they take care of all of our Caribbean and Mexico destinations. Great, great company. So just want to make sure you know that change is coming in the next few weeks. And then if we look down at our options for tours, there's great information about these tours. So all kinds of stuff, even direct phone numbers to the tour where they do the tour, the highlights of the tour, what time you check in. All of the information they need to know is right here on that. So this add to sales email is going to give them the opportunity to be able to see all of that. So we can go in and add a couple of tours as well. So now we've chosen everything we want to send to them to look at in a quote. If you hit preview sales email, we're going to see what it looks like. All right, so now, if you look, here's our flight. And if any of you have ever tried to copy and paste a flight into an email, it's never pretty. So this is a great way to send things because the flight's all nice and neat for you to see. And then here's all the different resorts and the room categories we've chosen, sorted by price. So when you send this, these are clickable links. So those boxes I showed you that pop up, that give you all the information about the resort or about the tours, they're going to see that same exact box. So it's a great way for them to really narrow down where they want to go. And then I know people get worried. They're like, well, I sent them a price and, what's going to happen? Then you can actually set up, and I know a lot of you have it already, you can set up a Go Funjet website. I'll show you where to do that here in Vax in a moment. You can get that set up where it's like a personal co-branded site, and you can share that out with all of your contacts. But when you have that set up, there's actually a Go button that shows up here next to your pricing when you send them the email, and they can click on that, and it takes them to your co-branded site, so that if it's like 2 a.m. and they decide they want to book, they can book on your co-branded site. You're going to get credit for that. You'll also have complete access to their booking to make any changes or do anything you need to do. Then going down, you'll see those features we've chosen. Those are all right here as well. And then it says from, because it's letting you know that letting the client know that the pricing could change. Because at the bottom it does tell you what time this pricing was generated, and it does let them know that prices that they are subject to change and that they are not retroactive. So just want to make sure you know why that says from. So a great way to send out quotes that I want to make sure that all of you are aware of, because I know people worry about, oh, how do I get this sent out? This is a great way to make yourself look super professional and like you really, really, really know what you're doing, even though you maybe are brand new. So great way to send information out. So then underneath here, booking administration is actually where you find your commission. People say, where do I find my commission? It used to say commission, but a lot of times there are a lot of agents that are sitting in a storefront, and they would have clients that were like kind of looking over their shoulder. And when they see the word commission, they would kind of really take a close look to see how much you were making. We changed those words to booking administration so that clients aren't kind of looking over your shoulder. So you'll see the commission is there. You can always add on commission. If they were a little bit of extra work, you can always add a little extra love fee on there so that they can you can make a little more money, but it will not show up as a separate item. It's going to show up in the total price, so they'll never know you added that price on for them. All right, so then just when you were ready to check out, you would just hit the checkout button, and that checkout button is going to take you to that, obviously to the checkout, and it's where you put in all the names and everything, but just wanted to show you what it looks like. So if you go in, you've got everything here. You're given opportunities to change your flights again. It shows you here's a chance to upgrade, and this is how much more it is. So that's a great way to try to upgrade there at the end. And then moving forward, it gives you your transportation. It's going to automatically add the transportation that has the shared type transportation, but you can always edit that and add a different type of transfer or just remove it completely. And then it's going to ask you about the all-in-one travel protection, if you're adding it, if you're not adding it. So you have to either accept it or decline it. And guess what, guys? Good news. I'm so excited that I just looked at this with you, because this is a new change this week. It gives you the option of all-in-one travel protection or declining. It used to also give you the option of adding that penalty waiver that I said I wish would disappear. It's not there anymore automatically. So that's awesome. So then you won't have any problems being a little confused by that. So the all-in-one travel protection, one thing I did forget to mention is that it also gives them a low deposit. So if you look right now at this reservation, one second. If we hit decline, let me just show you what we did bulk fares, so it might actually not be that much difference. Yep, so right now, when we do this, it shows the deposit is due of $913 because we didn't take the travel protection. But let me just show you what happens when we add the travel protection. It does take the price up, but it covers them for canceling for any reason. It's also going to drop your deposit. Payments can be made all the way up until 45 days before travel. So now we see rather than $900, it's $361.98. Great way to close the sale. If you have somebody going, I'm not sure, you can add on that all-in-one travel protection. It covers them completely and it drops their deposit. So if they're booking way in advance, it's a great way to get them going. And then you just fill in all of their information and book from there. So I know that was quick and brief, but I really want to get into some other things to show you as well. So you can click on the VAX logo to go back to the main page of VAX. And I'm going to go into our supplier centers. And I always like to look at Funjet because there's so much information in Funjet and it's so versatile. So I like to look at that to kind of get you guys where you need to go. So on Funjet Vacations, we've never really gone over this much in a webinar before in any trainings. So I wanted to make sure we go over it. Over here is agent tools. And I want to make sure that you know about some different tools you have available to you. The first one is, and I've mentioned it a little bit in the past, is Agent of Change. Agent of Change is a virtual learning center. So that's just something that are on-demand webinars. You can feel free to go in. Suppliers have information. We have information, little on-demand webinars there, all kinds of great tools for you at Agent of Change. But this is something I learned about this week, and I'm so excited that we are doing a webinar tonight, so I make sure that you know about this. Under Agent Tools, you'll see this at any of our supplier centers. So if you go to United, the United Vacation Supplier Center from VAX, the Funjet, Southwest Vacations, or Blue Sky Tours, all of them have an Agent Tools section. Under Agent Tools, there's an Education. If you click on Education, takes you to this page, you're going to go to Step Up Your Game. So this is what I want you to see. We do have here this calendar of learning events. This is where you can sign up for our live webinars or view past webinars. So we just want to click view the calendar. And this is, I'm going to tell you why this is so important because I had no idea just what this program involved. So these are webinars that you can do where they are blue. These are done by the Mark Travel Corporation. The orange ones are VAX Vacation Access as a whole, just the one that does. So you may have things that aren't necessarily Mark Travel oriented. If you see this kind of this brownish, burgundy-ish color, that means it's already taken place and it is now on demand where you can listen to it. So these blue ones are part of what is called our New Agent Webinar Series. And this is why I'm really excited because I didn't know this even really existed until this week. So part of our New Agent Webinar Series is we have a New Agent Implementation Program. So we have a team called our Implementation Team, 3 really great guys that make up our implementation team, and they do these webinars. And if you take any of these New Agent Webinar classes, at the end of each class, they have a quiz that you can take. And taking that quiz enrolls you in our New Agent Implementation Program. And what that means for you is that with our New Agent Implementation Program, once you've taken the quizzes and you reach certain revenue levels, you earn things like extra bonus cash. So you'll earn extra bonus cash. And if you get to like, much higher levels and you've completed all of the training, the New Agent Implementation Training Program, once you've completed all that and you've gotten to some of our higher revenue levels, you're actually invited onto a fam trip with our implementation team. So it's really kind of a cool program. I didn't know that you could earn like bonus cash for doing these webinars and all of that, and that it was a whole education program where I had no idea that that was all involved. So I found that out this week. So I definitely want to encourage you guys to get onto these webinars. If you're not able to do the live ones, because I know a lot of times they primarily do them during the day, and I know a lot of you have other jobs, you can always listen to them on demand, and you can still take the quizzes because the quizzes are done at your own time. So you can take it on demand, and then it will tell you in the on demand where to go to take the quiz. So I definitely want to make sure you guys are not missing out on that new education program. So Make sure that you are going into the calendar and looking at it. I will make sure that I share this new information out with the team over at IntelliTravel so that they're sharing that with you as well. So I want to make sure you know all about that. And then I wanted to go into creative connections. So I know this program can be a little overwhelming if you've ever clicked on it before, but this is a great tool for you guys to be using for your social media, for if you're doing any kind of shows or you want to get any kind of flyers to put out there. Creative Connection is a really great tool for you as agents, and not enough people are using it. And I know that my IntelliTravel agents are amazing at marketing. I have seen you. I've been on fan trips with you. You guys are just awesome. So I definitely want to make sure that you are aware of this program and how to use it. So to get into our Creative Connection, again, under Agent Tools, so this is kind of our fun stop for the night, is Agent Tools has lots of great things. So Creative Connection, just click on it, and it is going to redirect you to a completely different site for Creative Connection. So it does open another window. And it does take a little bit of time because there are thousands and thousands of images on this site. So people always say, okay, that's great, Mary, it's up. I have no idea what I'm looking at or how I'm doing anything. So I just want to make sure that you know how it works. And again, in that Agent of Change section that I showed you under Agent Tools, there are actually some on-demand webinars on Creative Connection, how to use it as well. But I just want to give you kind of a brief overview, simple overview of how to use Creative Connection. I would say kind of mid-level technology person. There are some people, some agents we have that are amazing with their websites and with their social media and the things that they can do with some of these assets we have available in Creative Connection. I don't even understand how they use it, but if you guys are like tech gurus and can make some of this stuff really work for you, then feel free. It's all here for you to use. So you can go into any of our brands and hit Explore. And it's going to give you some really great templates and things that you can use. I think I have a few extra folders that you guys don't have. I don't think you have brand guidelines. But if we go into Travel Agent Templates, this is where you're going to find most of the things that you're going to need. Is Travel Agent Templates. Make sure you click on the folder. The folder is where it will come up. So we have ready-to-use templates and customizable templates. So let me show you the ready-to-use templates first. So under these digital advertising banners, there's not a whole lot, but if you have like a holiday coming up or you're looking for some kind of little cutesy something to put out on social media, you can use one of these. So here is like this happy hour one. This is why limit happy to an hour. We had some that were out for Cinco de Mayo. There's one about book lovers. Some say beach bum. I prefer intellectual. We have them for Halloween, Father's Day. We have one coming up. What is Father's Day? The greatest Dad's Day gift is quality father-son time. So lots of great little things that you can use. You can just open these up and download them and then just post them over to your social media. So they're really great little tools for you to use. So they're all right here. Gives you your options for downloading. So great little banners for you to use. So let's back up here. And I want to show you some of our other templates. So other things that you can be using is some of our sales collateral here. So all of our different sales that are coming out, there's banners and things for them. So for instance, tomorrow we have a Carefree Caribbean with up to $300 off for Blue Diamond Resorts. That is starting tomorrow. It's a sale that's starting tomorrow for Blue Diamond Resorts. So all of our different things that you can use for this sale, all of our different sales, you're going to find it under the sales collateral folder in the ready-to-use templates. So if we click on this one for what's coming up tomorrow, you will see all kinds of different banners that you could be using. So if you're trying to post one, maybe you have like your own little personal website and you need to post a banner on the side, you can certainly do that. So all kinds of different sizes and shapes for you to be able to use for social media, for your websites, and all of that. So that's for the Blue Diamond sales. So you see there's just lots of options for that. So again, under sales collateral, under our ready-to-use templates, you're going to find all the current sales that are happening. I think the 541Cs actually just ended. So yeah, they ended tonight. So but those coming up, here are the Europe sale, Blue Diamond Resorts, that's right there. We have a Florida vacation sale coming up. We've been having some Hard Rock sales coming on as well. And again, you'll find these for all of the different brands. So I chose Funjet to go into, but you can look if you want to promote Southwest Vacations. There's the same information in the Southwest folder. So let's just go back here and get out of our ready-to-use templates, and I am going to show you our customizable template. So under customizable templates, these are where you can make these exactly as you need them. So if you are, this is actually brand new, our custom group flyers, these just came out. So if you are trying to promote a group, say maybe you have a family, so you just click on them and open it up. I can make this a little bit bigger. You can see this flyer here. This is going to talking about a family vacation. You're never going to forget it. Family vacation. In order to customize this, you're going to hit this pencil. It says Edit Template. Also, I wanted to let you know right here, this shows when this particular flyer was added. So this is a fairly new flyer. It's not like something that's been sitting out here for 2 or 3 years. You can hit Edit Template. And it's going to bring it back up. Maybe. Let's go. There it goes. Takes just a second. And it's going to allow you to now customize this document and make it so that you can promote yourself. So say you were planning this for, let me zoom in a little bit. Say you were planning this for the Smith family, the Trotter family. So you can edit this. You would just hit Edit, and then you type in whatever you want that to say. So you can do that. Another area you can edit is right here. So say you have gone to our groups department. Say you've gone to our groups department and you have some pricing and you want to promote out the pricing to several people for this family vacation or a friend's vacation, or there's a wedding one as well. They're all kind of different theming. You can go in and take the pricing that you've gotten from us in the groups department and you can put it in this flyer. You would just, this is customizable. You would just edit it and you type in the rates and the book by and when the travel dates are and all of that. So you can put in all that information. And then the next spot here is where you put your travel agency information. So you can edit that, book now with, and you can put your name there and your phone number or your personal website or your email address, whatever you need to do to know, for them to know how to get a hold of you, you can type right in there. And then you can also go in, one second, if I can get it to go down, zoom out a little bit. You can actually go to the bottom and there's a place for a logo. Sorry guys, my thing is not cooperating with me. There we go. Down here at the bottom. We're going to, I can get it. Not sure why it's not letting me get there. We'll go to another one and see if it'll let me do it. But there's a spot to put a logo down here too. We're going to go into another one and see if we can get it to do what we need it to do. All right. So right here, you can see, there it is. Now I can get it. So now you'll see here, it says your logo. You can actually hit edit on your logo, and you just want to change the image, and you can go into, it says upload your image, and you can say choose, and it's going to go into your folders, and you can choose a photo to put in there. You would just choose your picture and then drop it in, and it would show up right here in your logo section. And then once you're done, it would be all done and ready to go. You would say you're finished designing, and then it lets you download it. You can download it as a PDF, JPEG, PNG. A PDF is always a great way to download a flyer so that it can't be messed up or anything. But you can download it however you need to. You can save it. It actually will be saved and housed here in your Creative Connection. And you can print it out. You can put it in an email. You can put in your social media, whatever you need to do. All right, so that is the new custom group flyer. And then I want to show you one other flyer too, just so that you know how this works. So, so there's, again, all kinds of flyers so that you can be using. Like if you're brand new, you've got somebody that you're introducing yourself as an agent, I just want to make sure that you know that this is even available for you. We have a flyer that says, consider me your vacation genie without the limit on wishes. And it's an introduction to your, to someone new and saying, hey, I'm here to help you book your vacation. So we even have those kind of flyers for you. That, again, you can use in your email. You can use it however you need to. And let me just show you this hotel one because this one's a little bit different, and I just wanted to show you this last one, and then we'll open it up for questions. So we have here some particular hotel brands where we are able to customize them. So these are a lot of our preferred partners, and you guys actually sell a lot of these resorts. I know like the Ryu Resorts, you guys sell a lot of Ryu Resorts at IntelliTravel. So you can always click on this Ryu flyer. And so this is branded. This is all about Ryu Resorts. It's got their logo up here at the top. So again, you hit your pencil to start editing. And it's going to bring it up into an editable template. And you're able to go in and put in all of your contact information, and then also add a few other things as well. Because the hotel ones are actually either 2 pages or double-sided. So you can do like 2 different things with it. So again, where it says edit, you can customize. You hit edit and you can put in your book now with and put in all your information. You can edit and add in a logo, a photo if you want. If you want to put a photo of yourself, you can certainly do that. Whatever you want to put in as an image. So that's the front of the flyer. You can also, of course, email this. So you can always create this and send it over as a PDF through an email. So this is what's kind of cool about this particular one. So on the back of this flyer, there are different Ryu resorts. So you'll see this is kind of just preset to this. But if you hit edit on any of these blocks, so you have 4 blocks that you can fill. So if you hit edit, you can go in and change the image. And now it's going to load images that we have. You want to look, if you have your own images, you can always add your own images in from computer here. But assets, these are from the resorts. So if you look at what we have here, these are everything that are related to the Ryu resorts. So we have pictures from all the Ryu resorts. So say they were trying to decide if they wanted to go like to Jamaica, but they weren't sure which Ryu in Jamaica. So we could drop in this Ryu Negril picture. So now that's there. And we could just say done because we want Ryu Negril there. And then we can go in here and edit and say we want to add, maybe we want to add Ryu Ocho Rios in so that they can see another option in Jamaica. So we'll go in and add Ryu Ocho Rios. Let me see one thing on this picture because we actually were talking about this. All right. So now you've got these two different resorts listed here. And you could, again, change all four of these if you want to. So it gives you some really great information that you can send over in a really nice looking flyer, or zoom in and let you see what it looks like kind of up close, each one. So if you'll see here, like it says 43 miles, and it's got all these different little things here. If you scroll down to the bottom of this, the airplane, that's the distance from the airport. This is how many that it has swim up bars is checked. And then the next one is number of restaurants. And then the last one is that it has free Wi-Fi. So it breaks that down for them as well. So great little tools for you guys to use. These are for you to use. These are, you know, sometimes when you go on the internet and you're looking for photos to like put out there, there's like copyright infringements and things like that. These are for you to use. We have put this together for you. There are no issues. You need to use anything you want here. There are thousands of images. These are just templates that we have available for you. But we do have all kinds. Let me just get out of this real quick. We have all kinds of images for you to use. You can search for different types of images that you would need. You can always, if you just want pictures, you can always go in and just choose some pictures to put out there. So there's all kinds of photos of different hotels and things, like hotel images, destination images. You can check, you know, if you want to promote Asia, you can go into our Asia folder, and there's all kinds of Asia pictures if you just need them, just to use, to put out on Facebook or Instagram or on your website or share out with people. There's lots of great images for you to use. That's what this is here for. All right, so let's open it up for some questions.
All right. Okay. Sounds good. This Sorry, just trying to pull this up here. Give me 1 second.
No worries.
Right. So, all right, getting into it now. First question is a few about the merger, so I'll get those out of the way. With the
Okay.
merger, will we just log into Max or continue to log into Apple for AM Resorts?
Nope. At Vax Vacation Access is where everything is going to be housed. So Apple Vacations, Travel Impressions, everything is moving into Vax. So you will
Perfect.
just log into Vax as you always have done.
All right. Let's see. Will we still book Apple under Apple Vacation site?
You won't. I don't know a whole lot about it because I don't work for Apple, but everything will be moving eventually to Vax Vacation Access.
Okay. Thank you guys for that. That was from Jennifer and Tracy. Okay, from, and excuse me if I say this wrong, Tyrangela. I am so sorry if I said that wrong. When your client has paid for their hotel with Funjet, do you as the travel agent need to call the hotel and confirm reservations? This is often a question we get often.
Yep. No, not at all. So once you make a payment on the reservation, we send, within a couple of days, we send that over to the hotel. It depends. Some hotels we're on what's called a direct connect, where we're automatically connected to their inventory system. More and more resorts are getting that way. The AM resorts they'll all be like that, where they automatically see the reservation. On other resorts, we send over the reservation to the hotel and they get that information. So if there are, like, I know there's some resorts that are out there where they have their own separate internal booking number, like Walt Disney World resorts, they have an internal booking number. You can always see that in comments as well. But that information is all sent over to the hotel within a few days, and they have your reservation there at the resort. So you don't need to call at all. Everything is all taken care of.
All right, perfect. Thank you for that question. Again, sorry if I mispronounced it. From Kenneth, can you do land without water or vice versa? So I think, yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, I'm not sure. Can you do land without water or vice versa?
So we
Uh,
only do land vacations. So we
okay,
don't do any cruise vacations. It's only land. So the only time that we would do anything, like if you were to do one thing you could do if you were doing a cruise, you could always do your pre-hotel stay or post-hotel stay through one of our brands. I know a lot of people use United Vacations or Funjet Vacations, like if they have clients going to do a European cruise and they want to stay a few extra days over in Europe before or after, you can do the pre and post, but we don't do anything cruising wise. Everything
okay,
is land driven.
perfect. Got that out of the way. All right. So, for anybody who was questioning beforehand, from Sharon, what happens if a customer cancels his trip after putting down their deposit, but the trip is 1 month away? Oh,
So yeah, so it does really vary by hotel. So there's always a cancellation fee as soon as you book. So if they are doing airfare and they've not purchased travel protection, then they're going to lose their full airfare. They would have a credit with the airline. And then there's a $50 per person hotel cancellation fee. But once we get to that 45-day mark, it really does vary by hotel.
yeah.
I would always suggest calling customer care to find out what that penalty will be. It's usually if you click on the hotel, it will tell you when you really start seeing those, what kind of cancellation fees there are on top of the normal fees. But that's why it's always really important to add some type of travel protection, whether it be with us or a third-party vendor, just to make sure that they're covered.
Okay, perfect. From Debbie, when clicking to send an email, parentheses, the various hotels to our clients, do the upgrade bonus boxes all show up for them as well?
No, the only thing that they can see is that little box that, let me show you real quick, that little box that I showed you that pops up. That's it, just the information on the hotel. Let me see if I can get back to one real quick. The only thing that's going to show up is when we click on the link, this is what shows up. It's just this box. That's all they see. They don't see anything else. And I'm going to give you this caveat. Do not send this to yourself and then try to open it while you're still logged into Vax. Log out of Vax before you try to open it to see what it looks like, because it is housed within the Vax system. So if you're still logged into Vax, you're going to see all the agent information. Log out of Vax so that you can see it just as a consumer would see it. And this is what it's going to look like. Once they click on that name of the hotel, they're going to see this box. That's it.
Pro tip. All right. Okay. From Lori Goldman, this is an interesting question. I have
Okay.
someone who wants to go to Hawaii but needs to stop every 6 hours on the flight. Can we accommodate her? I'm assuming that that's really up to the airline, isn't it?
Well, it would really be up to the agent to choose the flights that would allow that to happen. So
Got it.
when you are choosing, yep. So when you're choosing your flights in VAX, you just want to make sure that you're choosing flights because it gives you the length of time on a flight. Like if you'll see here on this JetBlue one, it's an hour and 49 minutes. You just want to make sure that you're choosing flights that will allow for that.
Okay. All righty. From Julia, when would I use the published fare price?
So the published fare is actually what normally comes up. It's kind of rare that this bulk fare comes up. Published fare is just your regular scheduled air pricing that's out there. It's just sometimes, occasionally, we'll have these bulk fares, which are contracted rates.
Okay.
So most of the time, published fare is what's going to come up.
Okay. All righty. Let's see here. Uh, let's see. Hold on, just looking through these questions here. If I have a client already booked with transportation in June, will they use the company the trip was booked with or the new AM group? I'm not sure I
It
understand that.
will, I understand. It will
Okay.
change. So coming June 13th, I believe it's June 13th for Cancun and Riviera Maya, it will change over to Amstar. So it's just a seamless change. They'll get a new confirmation that'll show what color new shirts they need to look for and what sign to look for. So you'll be looking out. If travel documents have already come out, you'll get new travel documents with that new information. And then on June 28th, I believe, is when the rest of the destinations change over. So it will just be a seamless change over. It will all go over to Amstar, and you will get new information letting you know exactly how to find them.
Perfect. From Jim Williams. For the private transfer, it stated up to 7 passengers. Is that $122 per person? Also, if you have
No,
a group of 8, would you have to use standard bus transportation?
no. So if you go into features, there is the one that's up to 7. If you need something that's larger than that, I think actually, hold on. Yes, so we have another one that's up to 13. So if you have more, you would just do the up to 13. The way that this works is because obviously if you had like 8 passengers, they probably wouldn't all be on one reservation. You would just book the transportation on one reservation. So only on one, you pay the $214 total, and then you just need to contact customer care and let them know that you need the transportation for link all the reservations together, which they can do really easily. They link all the reservations together so that the transportation company knows that all of them are going under this one transfer. And so then you'll only pay for the transfer this one time.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you for that question. From Beverly. You're asking about gaining access to Vax Vacation access. You have to contact customer service because we have access through Vacation Access through as a host agency. So Beverly, just go ahead and contact customer service again to register for Vax, and they'll set you up there. Okay.
Yep.
From
And that's customer service at IntelliTravel.
Yes,
Because I know
customer
sometimes
service
that
at
gets confusing.
IntelliTravel.
Yep.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Mary, for being
Yes.
more sophisticated. You can imagine you probably would have gotten so many people in customer service getting so many phone calls. um, okay. Next question. Shalani Wilson. Good to see you here, Shalani. Are the ground transportation one way only? And if included, will it give us information on the itinerary? I didn't realize.
So they are round trip. The only time they would be one way only is if we scroll through here, there is a one way only option. So when it said all these other ones are round trip. So this private transportation, that is round trip. The only time it's one way is when it says one way. And it will be on your travel documents as well. When you receive them, it has all the information on where you need to go to meet your transfer and even gives you a phone number for them and everything. So you'll be all set.
Okay. I'm just going to ask a few more questions because I didn't realize what
Yeah.
time it was. So apologize for that, Mary, if I'm keeping you here. But next question from Nicole. If we use the template and the client clicks on it, will it take it to your personal line? Your personal site?
Okay, so I'm slightly confused because so if you use the create sales email, tool I showed you, when they click on the name of the resort, it's just going to take them just to that box I showed you. If you have a Go Funjet site, which I didn't show you. Where to get that, I'm going to show you real quick. If you have a Go Funjet site, it'll take you to your personal, it'll take them to you, and it'll have your contact information.
Okay.
On the templates in Creative Connection, if that's what you're talking about, it's just a template. The only information that's on there is information that you've put on there. There's no clickable links or anything on the templates on Creative Connection.
Okay.
Right here, just so you guys know, in funjetagent.com, agency website is where you set up your Go Funjet website. There's a form that you fill out. And once you fill out that form, you will receive within a few days, you just hit enroll now and it'll set up your Go Funjet site and you'll receive that information in a couple of days.
Okay. From Susan, how long is the group promo code available for?
So if you are doing a Group Sure Way, I know we looked at group flyers. So on the group flyers, those are typically used when you have a contracted group. That's where you would contact our groups department. They would give you a price and a contract. And it would give you all the information on when money is due on that, on your contract. If you are doing a Group Sure Way, which all groups information you'll find right here under travel info, Group Sure Way, if you're getting a promo code, if that's what you're talking about for Group Sure Way promo code, that promo code is good all the way up until the day before travel. So if you're doing Group Sure Way and you have a promo code, that promo code is good all the way till they travel.
Okay, perfect. And I'm going to ask one last question here from Kai. Can you add travel protection later? Meaning if you declined it and wanted to add it at a different date. I'm assuming maybe possibly final payment, even after final payment.
So you have 7 days from the time of payment. So 7 days after you make your deposit is you have until that time to choose to add the travel protection. After that 7 days, you cannot add it.
Okay, very good. Okay, interesting. I like that. All right. Alrighty, I'm going to move along to the prize. And while I let's see, get ready here, Mary. I'm going to use my radio voice here, and please tell the agents what they're going to win today.
You are going to win $20 in agent bonus cash. So that's $20 on a Visa debit card for you to use however you would like to use it.
All right. So, Mary, if you could indulge me, please, and do a drum roll.
Wait, I got to find something to drum roll on. You can hear it?
All right. And the winner is Yvonne Miller. Yvonne Miller, congratulations.
Congratulations, Yvonne.
You are tonight's winner. I will go ahead and get Mary, Miss Mary here, your information, and she will be sending out that. Can you explain how that works, Mary, again? I know you mentioned it.
Yes, absolutely. So I'll be getting information from IntelliTravel, and I'll contact you. I'll just need to get your Vax user ID, and then I will just send it over to my bonus cash team, and within the next 30 days, you should receive some bonus cash on your bonus cash card. If you've not signed up for bonus cash, make sure you go to agentbonuscash.com to register so that you have a card for us to deposit it on. So that will go out very quickly.
All right. Okay. So thank you so much, Mary, for this absolutely wonderful presentation, because I am seeing a lot of the comments here. And if you guys love this presentation, please go in the chat box and say, I love this presentation. Thank you so much for taking the time out and giving this awesome presentation.
Absolutely. Great. Thank you so much, everybody.
Yes, and good night to all of you, and thank you all, my wonderful IntelliTravel agents, for being here this evening and for sticking with us for this long. If it wasn't for you, we would not be here this evening doing this. So thank you so much. My name is Ariana Hernandez. Go up on Facebook. I posted there. If you loved this presentation, go ahead and smash that like button, destroy the like button, comment how awesome it was, but go ahead because I just want to gain some more awareness and attendance at these webinars here. So I would love to see all your feedback on Facebook. Thank you guys again so much. Have a wonderful evening.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.